The video that I posted 2 weeks ago now about the Spirit Airlines situation was awful. That video was terrible, it was nasty, it was disrespectful, it was completely unnecessary. And seeing clips of it all over my For You page is embarrassing to say the least. There is no excuse for making that video, so I'm not going to sit down today and try to give you one. I fucked up, point blank period. When I initially posted that video, it was on my spam account, which for anybody that might not be familiar is basically my second page where every piece of content is me crashing out and yelling at the camera over any random topic. The videos are supposed to be relatable and funny, and I talk about things like the hantavirus cruise or parking tickets or the cost of guacamole, but nothing about that Spirit Airlines video was in line with that content at all. To be completely honest with you, don't know what I was going through that day that led to me or allowed me to be so triggered by an individual one-off message like that. And I really don't know what the hell went through my head to think it was appropriate in any way, shape, or form to make a piece of content about somebody reaching out asking for a helping hand at a vulnerable time. The intention behind that video was not to accuse anybody unemployed of being lazy, and it was also not to accuse any hardworking people of not working hard enough, but that is how the video came across, and I feel fucking terrible for contributing to those narratives. I know that when I post this video today, there will probably be comments of people saying, you know, James, you're only making this response because of the backlash, and I want you to know that is true. When I first posted this video, clearly I didn't see a problem with it. It embarrassingly did take people making videos and me getting hate comments and backlash to actually take a step back, put myself in check, and realize what I said here is not okay, and now I need to educate myself as to why. And that's what I've been working on doing over the last 2 weeks. I uploaded a video on the same spam account apologizing, and since then a lot of people have reached back out. The original Spirit Airlines employee did end up coming forward, so I was able to send her a private apology and donate to her GoFundMe, as well as several other Spirit Airlines employees that were also affected by the bankruptcy. However, I'm well aware that an apology video and a couple of donations from my couch in LA are not enough. In the initial video, I made a comment of like, welcome to the real world, why don't you just go get another job? And I now realize that that is literally just not possible. I knew that the economy and the job market weren't great, but I'm ashamed to admit my level of ignorance when it came to how bad it actually was. But now I'm definitely more in the loop because the last 2 weeks have been spent having a lot of conversations and listening to people. Whether it was a supporter, a non-supporter, a mean message, a nice message, I have just been reading and taking in as many stories as I possibly can to better understand what it is actually like living in the real world, because clearly I now understand and realize I have been far departed from that for a very fucking long time because of the privileged, secluded little influencer bubble that I have been in. People have shared stories with me about getting laid off, companies filing for bankruptcy. People have told me about wanting to work but not being able to because of disability or medical, or even people applying for hundreds of jobs and never hearing back from recruiters. I've heard people tell me that they have 2, 3, 4 jobs and still can't put food on the table because the cost of living is just that high. And I now realize that most people want to work but quite literally cannot because of circumstances completely out of their control and a system that is working against them every single step of the way. And I feel awful for contributing to the idea that if you're not working overtime, you're not working hard enough, because that should not be the reality that we're all okay with. I know that my job as an influencer is easy as hell, right? I have such a blessed job to be able to make videos online and teach people how to do makeup. Clearly, I have lost touch with the amount of privilege that it is to be able to do this for a living, and I'm really embarrassed by that, and obviously need to come back down to earth and do my best to use my platform for the right reasons. Clearly, I have done not the best job of that in the past, but I can always do a better job in the future, and I want to showcase to you guys that I've heard the backlash, I'm learning, and I want to put my money where my mouth is and hopefully be able to make a long-lasting impact. Today, I'm going to be launching the Painted Project. This is a brand new organization that I'm working on building with my team with an initial personal contribution of $250,000. Every single cent of that is going to go directly towards helping people in need that have been affected by a crisis. Now, I will be transparent and say that launching something like this is not fast and it's not easy. It's fine. It's going to be a multi-year thing that I'm really looking forward to putting my all into, but we're starting off with 3 initial launch phases. The first phase that is going to be starting next week on paintedproject.org is going to be initial emergency relief funding. This means direct cash support and resources towards people that have been fucked over by circumstances completely out of their control, and hopefully being able to help out those individuals to get back up on their feet, working again, so they can put food on the table for themselves and their families. The second phase of this is going to be working with local organizations that are actually on the ground to make sure that once those people are back up working again in the workforce, they're able to stay in those career paths to continue being successful and growing. The third step, which is going to be a little bit further down the line, but I'm very excited about, is going to be providing scholarships and tuitions towards creative education programs. This platform and job has changed my life and my family's life forever. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that would love to be able to work in creative industries, but can't because of roadblocks that are out of their control. I would love to be able to fully fund and sponsor tuitions and scholarships to hopefully make the jump into these creative fields a little bit easier. Now, I definitely have more ideas of future phases that I would love to be able to bring to life for the Painted Project, but for right now, these are just the first 3 that we are working on, and you can currently log on to paintedproject.org to learn more about our game plan and our timeline of how we're going to bring these to life, and I look forward to keeping you guys posted with more updates and information as soon as I have them. Now, I do want to make it really clear that I know launching this right now is probably going to look just as performative as making an apology video or sending out donations, and I have to be okay with that. I know that I can't undo my video or erase the impact of the words that I chose to say. That's my own fault, but I hope that by launching this, I can at least show you guys I'm listening, I'm learning, and I really want to use my platform in the best way that I possibly can, and I think a Painted Project is a really great first step way of doing so, and hopefully an opportunity to turn something really shitty into something a little bit more positive. I want to say a massive thank you to anybody that's reached out over the course of the last 2 weeks to be vulnerable and share their story with me. I clearly needed a massive reality check, and speaking to you guys has really helped with that. And I also want to say thank you to anybody that's taken the time to watch this video all the way through. I'll be in touch soon.